Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 3 of Cozy Story Time. Now this is a little series that I've been doing on my channel. Well, I just started it on my channel really, but it's really just a series where I read to you guys, and we've been reading this book, Nightmare Before Christmas. So I have put together a playlist with the other 2 parts of this in it, so I will leave that linked down below if you want to go and watch the first 2 parts. And obviously if you are new and you haven't watched the other 2, I will leave that playlist link down below. So we're gonna finish this book off today, and yeah, I've got my blanket over my chair here. I got my girl who loves to read pillow with my name on it. So let's finish off. Although before we do, let's hydrate, because it's very important to stay hydrated. And apologies if you hear any noises. I've got my windows open. You're probably like, why, it's cold. I'm airing out my room. So I have a window open, so if you hear outdoor noises, I do apologize. But anyway, let us finish off this book, shall we? So we are just about, our citizens of Halloween Town are trying to celebrate Christmas, and it is Christmas Eve and it's all about to go down. So let's read what's my hair doing? Let's read the finale, shall we? At their treehouse, Lock, Shock and Barrel tried to get Santa Claus into the chute leading to Oogie Boogie's.
I think he might be too big, Shock said. No, he's not. If he can go down a chimney, he can fit down here,
Lock said, thumping him with a plunger. With a mighty shove, the trick-or-treater squashed Santa Claus into the pipe. In Oogie's lair, the monster teased Santa Claus as he lay on his roulette wheel. With no way to escape, Sandy begged Oogie to think of the children who were relying on him to deliver their gifts for Christmas morning, but Oogie refused to let him go. Above in the town square, people couldn't wait for Christmas to begin. Everyone, that is, except Sally. While nobody was looking, Sally crept towards the fountain and emptied a bottle labelled fog juice into the water, releasing a cloud of mist. Sally slipped back into the crowd as Jack emerged from his coffin sleigh. "Think of us as you soar triumphantly through the sky," began the mayor, wishing Jack farewell. But the mayor could not finish his speech. A fog had descended on the town, a fog so thick he could not even read the page in his hand. "Oh no, we can't take off in this," said Jack in despair. The crowd groaned. Zero rushed to Jack's side. Jack tried to shoo him away, but then he noticed a light shining through the fog. "My, what a brilliant nose you have," Jack said, looking at Zero's glowing snout. "The better to light my way." Jack sent Zero to the head of a skeleton reindeer, and before Sally could stop him, soared into the sky. Oh, how I hope my premonition is wrong," sighed Sally as she watched Jack leave. Sally felt sure something very bad was going to happen to Jack, and that she and Jack would never find a way to be together. High above the rooftops in the normal world, Jack flew into the night. He brought his sleigh down with a loud thump to deliver his first present. "Santa!" cried a boy awoken from his sleep. The boy ran to see Santa, only to find Jack. "And what did Santa bring you, honey?" the boy's mother asked after Jack left. His parents shrieked in terror as the boy reached into the box and pulled out a shrunken head. Jack flew from house to house, leaving ghastly gifts and screams in his wake. Calls flooded the police station, and news of the Santa imposter spread. The authorities advised people to lock their doors to keep Jack out. From the surface of an enchanted cauldron, the citizens of Halloween Town watched as Jack skipped from chimney to chimney, leaving fear instead of laughter in his wake. Then they heard an announcement from a news reporter. "Reports are pouring in from all over the globe that an imposter is shamelessly impersonating Santa Claus, mocking and mangling his joyous holiday." Jack's friends cheered. But one of Jack's friends was not cheering. Sally listened in horror as the news reporter continued. "Police assure us that at this moment military units are mobilizing to stop the perpetrator of this heinous crime." "Jack, someone has to help Jack," said Sally. "Where'd they take that Santa Claus?" Jack flew on as military searchlights swept the sky. The searchlights were followed by bright flashes and loud booms of exploding missiles. "They're celebrating! They're thanking us for doing such a good job!" Jack cried, swerving to avoid a missile. "Whoa, careful down there! You almost hit us!" Jack called. Beneath Halloween Town, Santa Claus hung from a hook in Oogie Boogie's lair, while the monster played a cruel dice game with his fate. Oogie was about to roll the dice when he heard a noise behind him. My, what have we here?" Oogie ogled when he saw a shapely leg poking into his lair. As Oogie was distracted, a pair of hands slid down the rope to untie Sandy. It was Sally. "I'll get you out of here," she whispered. Oogie tickled the foot, but the leg came away in his hand. Oogie turned to see Santa Claus escaping with Sally. Consumed with rage, Oogie took a breath so deep it sucked Sandy and Sally from their ladder. High above the normal world, Jack swerved to avoid the missiles. "They're trying to hit us! 0!" Jack warned before a direct hit blew his sled to pieces. In Halloween Town, Jack's friends watched as Jack fell from the sky. "Terrible news, folks. The worst tragedy of our times," declared the mayor as he drove throughout the town. "Jack has been blown to smithereens." In the normal world, the police announced their own terrible news, that there was no sign of the real Santa Claus and Christmas would have to be cancelled. Jack awoke, surrounded by the burnt remains of his sleigh, wondering how he could have been so wrong. He wanted to do something wonderful, but he had tried to be something he wasn't. Jack decided to go back to doing what he did best, being the Pumpkin King, but first he threw open the doors to a grave and stepped inside, emerging into Halloween Town. Jack was determined to find Santa Claus and save Christmas. News of Jack's demise drifted down to Oogie's lair, where the monster had tied Sandy and Sally above a pit of hot lava. "What's that you were saying about luck, Ragdoll?" Oogie teased, rolling the dice. Oogie hoped for a high number, which according to his rules would send Sally and Sandy into the flames. But the game was rigged. Oogie slammed his fist on the table until the dice showed the number he wanted. "Looks like I won the jackpot," Oogie laughed. "Bye-bye, Dollface and Sandman." He pulled a lever to send Sandy and Sally into the pit, but he didn't hear screaming. Oogie looked to see what went wrong, but they were gone. "Hello, Oogie," Jack said, sitting in their place. "Jack, but they said you were dead." Oogie backed away. Oogie stomped on a button that sent playing cards wielding swords on Jack. Jack escaped their slashing blades. When Oogie saw that his attempts to thwart Jack weren't working, he hit yet another button, releasing a spinning saw from the roof. "Jack, look out!" Sally cried as the blade swung toward Jack. Jack leapt out of the way and landed face to face with Oogie, but the monster had one more trick up his sleeve. "So long, Jack," Oogie cackled as he leapt onto a pendulum which lifted him away, leaving Jack alone on the wheel. But Oogie's plan was about to unravel, and so was he. "How dare you treat my friend so shamefully!" Jack boomed, grasping a loose thread hanging from Oogie. As Oogie rose into the air, Jack pulled on the thread. The monster's seams unraveled, releasing the bugs inside. "Now look what you've done!" Oogie cried, now a writhing mass of creepy crawlies. He sobbed as his insects crumbled into the fiery pit. With Oogie defeated, Jack returned Sandy's hat. "Forgive me, Mr. Claus. I'm afraid I've made a terrible mess of your holiday." Sandy told Jack that the next time he wanted to take over a holiday, he should listen to Sally. "I hope there's still time," Jack said. "To fix Christmas? Of course there is. I'm Santa Claus," Santa Claus replied, pinching his nose and flying into the sky. "He'll fix things, Jack. He knows what to do," Sally said as they watched Sandy fly up the chute. "How did you get down here, Sally?" Jack asked, looking at Sally as if he were seeing her for the very first time. "Oh, I was trying to... Well, I wanted to... Sally stuttered, unable to meet his gaze. "To help me?" Jack said, placing a hand on her shoulder. "Sally, I can't believe I never realized that you..." But he didn't get to finish. "Jack! Jack!" cried the mayor, throwing down a rope. "Grab a hold, my boy!" Jack grasped Sally's hand as the mayor and Lock, Shock and Barrel pulled them to safety. In the normal world, Santa sped through the sky, stopping at every house to replace Jack's gruesome gifts with presents made in Christmastown. Good news, folks! Santa Claus, the one and only, has finally been spotted, a newscaster announced. In Halloween Town, people rejoiced to see the return of their Pumpkin King, and Jack was happy too. It's great to be home, Jack proclaimed. Happy Halloween, Santa cried from his sleigh in the sky as he delivered a special gift to everyone in Halloween Town. Merry Christmas, Jack called back as snowflakes filled the air. Christmas had come to Halloween Town for the very first time. Jack was happy that his friends finally understood the joy he had felt in Christmas Town. But Jack didn't join the fun. He still felt there was something missing. But this time, Jack knew exactly what, or rather who, it was. Jack searched the crowd for Sally and watched as she slipped away to walk alone. He followed her to the snow-covered graveyard and asked to join her on top of the hill. Together at last, Jack took Sally's rag doll hands in his as they kissed by the light of the moon. The end. So, yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? Let's put that back there. So, yeah, I had a lot of fun reading that to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this little short mini series that I just randomly decided to do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for all of the love on the last two videos. I really appreciate it. You know, giving it thumbs up and watching it and everything. Please give this one a thumbs up as well. Leave a wee comment. I do have an idea of which one I would like to read to you guys next time, but I'm not sure when that's going to be. But yeah, I think my next video might be my wrap up for the month or my TBR. I'm not sure. It'll be one or the other. But yeah, I still have a few days off work, so I can plan some videos ahead. And if you follow me on Twitter, which is down below, along with my Instagram, I will keep you updated as to what videos are coming and yeah, and all that jazz. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're having a lovely spooky season thus far. And yes, all the best. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.